Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh. Oh.
Pairing.
Hold on a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I'm trying to do something. Shit. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay.
Pairing.
Well, hell. Is he not playing? Son of a crapper. Dude, this sucks. Anyway. Alright, get back in front of the fan, Grey Cloud. Fucking hot. Hot as hell. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to. I started it. I was trying to play something in the background there. I've got this set up where it's. Hey, Hakeem Emma. Hello. SMT 2021. Welcome to the channel. Whoa. Oh man. It's already a pretty brutal day. It's pretty hot outside. I'm just tired. Hello everybody, And I'm Greycloud, if you don't know. Adele, hey Adele. I'm doing all right. I'm really tired. I was up pretty late last night. Man, I went outside and I'm trying to think. It was almost like probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. I took a sheet and laid it out there outside in the yard and laid under the stars last night and kind of drifted off and got back up. It was about 2:30. I came back in the trailer. I slept for a little while and then I got up this morning and I'm slow moving. Can you hear me all right? I've got. Where's the cup? That cup? You talking about the Star Wars cup? Yeah, man. Gideon, I just wanted to. I got your email. I just hadn't responded back yet, man. And everything's cool. No offense. I get you, man. I'm the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's like. Anyway. I have been, anyway, is what I'm getting at. It's like. But I'll explain it. I'm just not at this point in my life. I really just don't care about any of that type of stuff either way. But anyway, Gideon, I hope you have a good day at work. I am drinking a little coffee this morning. I'm not completely broke this morning either. That's kind of cool. Like, if I can and try to get a ride, go get me something. I got enough to do that, but I don't know. Like we have to sometimes realize that we can't always like I can't always just be always, it's not good to partake every single day necessarily, or even if you partake every day, keep it to a limited amount, like of course at the beginning of the month when I get my check and everything like this, hopefully this Friday, I'll like get a little bit of smoke and I'll be like chiefing out, but I'm trying to like I kind of try to keep it at a slow, pace. But man, I tell you, like all these long days I'm putting in and just trying to push this forward, sometimes I just need, because, like the way I used to relax or thought I was relaxing was the drinking and stuff. So like, but a little bit of smoke in the evening or something, or, I usually don't smoke right when I get up, but a little while after I've gotten up and done some stuff, I'll usually hit a little bit of, and get my head right and then go about my day. But first it's, prayers and, just being thankful. My shoulders, man, I've gotten a lot of sun the past few days, because I'm standing out there in the hot sun holding that sign. I got sometimes I ain't wearing my shirt. Now, yesterday I poured ice cold water on my towel and I had my towel draped around me and stuff. That was pretty cool. How are y'all doing today? Oh, my video not good? What's going on here? Well, I'm on data. I'm I'm just using my phone and my data, so it could be that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably that. But I mean, I have unlimited data, but I noticed last night when I tried to live stream, it was kind of like going in and out. So, yeah, we're going to get that fixed because in order for me to be live, and I need to have a good, like, I don't know. There's so many things happening at once, and I got to think about what I got to take care of. Like, when I get paid, I don't know if I can get internet or not, but I'm going to get, I may go up on my plan and get enough hotspot where it shouldn't slow down, is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean, Adele? Basically, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to, because I don't really want to pay the money to get internet into the trailer yet until I've like kind of got more functional on the laptop and stuff. But once I messed with it a little bit last night. I think today I'm going to work on recording something, like recording some freestyle or maybe me playing the like bucket and everything. Like record with the software that I downloaded on the laptop, but I really need to get a microphone or a couple microphones to do some to try to create something that sounds decent, you know, music wise. But I'm just slow starting this morning. And I apologize, you know, well, I can't apologize. Why would I apologize for my internet being slow? It's just the fact that I'm on my data, like, and it's unlimited. It might be the time of day or anything, you know, like, because like if anybody else is having a problem and my video is like not coming through right, let me know. My stomach's not feeling all that great this morning, but this heat, man, is taking a lot out of me. I mean, it's like, oh. Hadn't really, vid is low quality, but I'm mostly just listening anyways. Yeah, I don't know. It might be be honest with you, it might be a setting I have. Like, it's either that or my lighting. I don't know, but I may have the setting because sometimes I've accidentally set the like if I've got the quality for my videos and content set at a certain lower like pixel rate. The reason I do that is because I'm on data. Because you know, like if I'm trying to stream in say 4K off of data, that's just not going to work. Probably, I don't know really. I mean, it's a 5G phone. That's the point of me having. I mean, Teresa sent me that laptop, so I really probably today I'm going to mess around with it. But like this week, I get paid hopefully, and I'll be able to. Yeah, I'm not that tech savvy either. So I'm going to try to figure out how to. Now I got a neighbor that's right there that's got internet, but they're going through some stuff right now. And, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here in a minute. Like, it's already hot as hell, and I don't know if I'm going to walk over. I don't know if I'm going to go up to. I've done walked out there and put my signs up for the yard sale. And then, boom. think I'm done with the coffee because it's kind of not settling right. Anyway, I came on here just because I was bored and not bored, but like I just wanted to see who was around and see if anybody, wanted to watch or talk or chat. Yesterday morning, I was live yesterday morning before church too, and then my friend Peyton from Tennessee texted me. I got with him over the phone before I went to church today, and we discussed some things about what I've been talking about, the event that, is a long ways away, but that's about all I can really say, because like I understood, like by the end of yesterday, I called him back, and I've been told to follow his lead. He's younger than me, but he has a lot of experience with festivals, and he's got friends. In other words, I need to put on paper a 5-year plan of, like, when we're talking about this festival that the Spirit sent to me to put together. It takes time, and I understand. I was getting too excited because I know so many people, but like to make it work, you got to get everybody on the same page and at the same time, and you want to know what the location is, the dates, the setup, and all that, and that's just going to take some time. I think by this next year, we may have be close to having the location set, and then there's all these legalities and everything. And I feel like I'm boring you guys, so man. Anyway, I guess, I'm going to. Plus, I figured if I went live, maybe somebody out there might, be able to help me out a little bit or something today. And like, I'm trying not to be self-conscious of asking anybody for anything, but, I go hold a sign and stuff, or if I'm not holding the sign, I will go up and ask somebody, a stranger, if they can help me out sometime. I feel like actually, that's just a part of life, and I'm just trying to learn it's okay. It's okay to be down and out sometimes. I'm not down, but I'm just like, we are. I think everybody's experiencing the hurt, like economically. Whether you got a job, whether you're disability, homeless, or whatever, everyone's feeling it. The only people that ain't are like the real rich people. Like, you got to have a lot of money not to even be damn worrying about, like, how am I going to get food for myself? How am I going to get food for my pets? How am I going to do, this or that? It's like, for me, it's not about like, I'm not trying out here. When I come up with a few bucks and when I get enough over my necessity amount, I'm going to get a little smoke. But like, up until I know what I need to get, and then I'm going to get that first, like the main priorities. And that's what life's about. You got to put, if we don't prioritize in our lives, then we are subject to just crumble, I tell you, I had a real good experience yesterday. A neighbor up the road gave me, I've been knowing them a little while, and they moved here from Wisconsin, and like the husband, Rick, him and his wife have moved here, but then his mom lives in the middle trailer. They're buying that land, and then the first trailer that you would pass if I'm walking that way is his sister, then his mom, then him and his wife, and that was pretty cool. But he gave me like $15 yesterday, and then, he came over to my house. we got to know each other a little bit, and he happens to practice Taoism. If you don't know, if you know what Taoism is, it starts with, you spell it with a T, but it's like from the East, you know. Like, I'm gonna decline that call because I think it's spam. So, because as soon as he said he was a Taoist, I was like, yeah, man, I was like, well, you know, in the Tao Te Ching, it says the Tao is older than God. It's the life force of everything. It's in other words, we're on the same page. He totally understood. Like, he was talking about like where they went on like, it wasn't a vacation. I guess it was to them, but they were hiking into some South American like mountains and stuff, and chewing on the cocoa leaves. And when you do like that, it's not like it's not bad for you. It's only through the processing and turning it into cocaine that it's bad. Just like anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty tired today, but I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. Like, but I mean, I got to try to hustle and figure out what I could do. So, like, I got enough money right now that if I can get a ride to the store, I can get a little. I'm gonna give me at least a single smoke, like, but I might just start walking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna put my headphones one foot in front of the other and just go, because life's too short, man. Hey, good morning. Good morning. And I'm not gonna be on here much longer. Tuck by V. TUK by V. I mean, I don't really know what that means, but good morning. I remember you from the other day, so I really appreciate it. And I forgot how, like, well, anyway, I'm going to say it. I forgot to put it in the chat. If you have the means to help me out today, you can. I'm just putting it out there. You don't feel like you have to do anything. Like, I don't care if it's $1 or $2, or you just, all you got to do is just say, well, I'm praying for you even. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be money. But like, if you are able to help out with a few dollars, I could use it today. Like, my Cash App is dollars. You know, you use the $sign and then Greycloudyday, like the channel, GREYCloudyDAY 73, because I was born in 1973. I'm 51, or I'll be 51 at the end of the year. 51 Earth years. I said I was done with this coffee. And I didn't get on here to be begging anybody, but I am, you know, like, the Spirit tells me what to do, and if I don't ask, if I don't get out, if I like I said before, though, all this week, or all last week, if I sit at this trailer just expecting something to drop out of the sky for me, it's not going to happen. That don't work that way. It don't just magically appear. If I don't get out and bust my ass, like whether flying a sign, asking people for help, or finding odd jobs when I'm broke from the one little amount of money I get, you know, the whole idea of doing YouTube and any of the internet stuff that God has me doing is to, at some point, we'll generate income, and then it goes back into it. And at some point, I can say, you know, because we're not to the doomsday, like, there's a countdown going on, but we're not to the final calling yet. You know what I mean? So good morning. I'm glad to be here. I'm blessed to be alive, you know. I woke up, even if it was just a few hours sleep. I'm just glad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everybody that's coming on board here, you know, like, I just can't wait. And I can wait because I've waited this long. The type of things that I knew when I was 18 I could be and accomplish are happening now. And it took that long to get to where I'm at. And I'm just barely even getting started. And like I said the other day, man, I'm not leaving here on Earth. I'm not leaving Earth till it's done. Like, there's a certain amount of things I have to take care of, and then when the time's right, you know, I'll be informed and I can move on up to the next level or whatever. So. But anyway, you know, like I said, if you are in any way able to financially help me today, like even if it's just $3 or $2, you can send it to, you know, my Cash App is $Greycloudyday, just like the channel. You spell gray with an E and then put 73 at the end of it. And if you do send me anything, I'll make sure to holler at you. If you don't want me to like holler out and say that you send anything, I won't do that. But if you do, anybody, I will make a point to like shout out in a video or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how do we work this. I'm new to this part of life as far as internet stuff and like people trying to. Because I see, you know, if I've followed enough creators, I understand that's how people, like, even though I'm not monetized, like, you know, I have to try to figure out, like, I'm not, like, it's only by the grace of the creator that I even have a laptop now, a badass laptop. It's, you know, like, if it wasn't for the people that subscribe to this channel that really are family to me, like Teresa and the other mom and our other mom too, and like Mick and Preston and you know, there's a lot of people, man. April up in Canada. There's another person in Canada I hadn't heard from in a long time. So it's like, I never in my life thought that I would be, well, I knew it was a possibility because like when I was in high school, I was sending my demo tapes of my band out overseas to all kinds of places, different countries. There were people hearing me play drums on a shitty tape, cassette tape, back in the early 90s, you know, in other countries, in other parts of the world, and like sending me their music. And that was really cool, man. That was like, that's what I missed the most. I missed that. The connections that I made and like, networking, like real networking, not through the internet, but like through the actual physical mail. There's nothing like getting a package from somebody in a letter, you know. Like, hey, I made a good trade though. The guy that was going to pay me $20 for the gaming chair that I'd gotten for free, he gave me a nice stereo and it's Bluetooth and everything that's loud. I can play my music loud and bump it, and that's phenomenal. So we're square on the deal now, you know. See, well, let me see what time it is. And if I've bored you guys, I apologize. I'm not trying to be boring. But you know what I mean? It can't always be like, I don't think it can always be like, I don't know. It's not always going to be like I'm not always going to be in the best of moods, but I'll still be going live. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Jason with? Do I say with? With? Is it pronounced like with or like a with? I would probably say with. Or is it wit and you just have an E at the end and an H? That's kind of weird. Hey, son. He, son. Hey, son. What does that mean, Jason? He's Sonny. Or no, his son. Hey, son. Trying to figure it out. But welcome to the chat, man. I don't know if you're subscribed. See, I don't keep up with a lot of the analytics stuff. Like, I'm going to try to get people. I want to try to get some people to help me. Like, I need other people to maybe keep up with that kind of stuff if they want to, but I don't really pay attention. I just know either I'm going down and up in subscribers. Hi, okay. Where are you from, Jason? I'm in Alabama, United States. And of course, your name is Jason, or here on the internet. So, and if you didn't know, if you don't know, Grey Cloud's legal name at birth was Jason, but no one hardly. I really don't need anybody addressing me with that name. And if you do here in this chat, you will be like muted or put out. Like that's just a real deal there. I ain't went by. Like it's still on paper as Jason. I get my check in the name Jason. Norway, cool man. Some good music from Norway. Deck 1129. December 11th, 29. Hi. Is that your birthday? My birthday is. Wait, no way. 2011, maybe, and you were born on the 29th? I don't know. But my birthday is, or the time I arrived into the physical world. And I'm sorry about the video quality. I'll figure out what I'm doing wrong here, and it could be the data. I don't have like actual internet in the trailer. I don't have like but I have unlimited data. It shouldn't be too bad. If the quality of this live stream is not that great, it's because I'm on the phone, I'm using data, and it'll change. I have a laptop. Okay. Well, I just was curious because I seen the December and then 29, and I'm like, so maybe the 29 is how old you are in December 11th. I really don't know. My arrival date into the physical world when I started breathing on my own was December 30th. I don't know what time of day that was, but so I entered this world. Well, like we're already in the world before we come out of the womb. We're in the stomach, but when we come out of the womb, we start breathing on our own. Lucifer. Hey, Lucifer, it's good to see you, man. The bearer of light. Gideon was born in September. Cool. September is that's a really good month. There's a band I listen to. Well, I hadn't listened to them in a while, but there's a really good song that just makes. I dedicate this song. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find that video and I'm going to share it in the community post because that song. I dedicated that to my honey baby sugar bot that died back in 2018. Lucifer, you were born in June. I was talking about the word Lucifer the other day. I was saying that people don't understand that Lucifer means the bearer of light. Or bringer of light, so. I believe some people might not believe it, but I believe sometimes that we have been hoodooed in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got the human race hoodooed. Not me. I'm not hoodooed, and I won't take it no more. You're not going to hoodoo me. I'm Grey Cloud, the gift. No. I was once Grey Cloud, the gift-giving scribe. I am now Grey Cloud, sage of the eternal moment. Jason, are you still here? I hope I'm not boring you. Norway rocks. I love I've never been to Norway, but I like some bands from Norway, like black metal bands and stuff. Yes, just because my channel's spiritual and talks about God and stuff doesn't mean that I can't listen to music that's outside the realms of what people like trying to. Lux, that's cool. Lux, right? A lot of people just don't understand the history of language and stuff, So And for anybody, like I was saying, and I because matter of fact, what I could ask is, can I make somebody a moderator, and then I'll tell you my, because I'm really just saying to people that if you can help me out today with just a few, like, even if all it is in the chat, you can say, hey, you're in my thoughts, I'm praying for you or whatever. I appreciate that as well. But if somebody can send me $1 or $2 or something today on my Cash App or PayPal, I could use it. You know what I mean? Like, I will put it to good use. Like, I have about almost $10 right now. And then, but like, and if nobody, I don't want this channel to be like a begging channel, but this is how things work. I'm not monetized either, so. Yeah, I believe in Lucifer in Latin, yeah. Is he right? Hey, Lucifer, is that right? Or Lux? Yeah, I believe that's right. Hey, did you know that the root word of compassion means to suffer with? And I have that on my arm here. I learned that in the book, The Way of the Wizard, 20 Spiritual Lessons to Life. Well, like the original word that compassion comes from means to suffer with. It means I'm willing to suffer through your suffering. I'm willing to die, I'll die for the cause. Like, I'll die for truth. I'll live for truth. See, that's the special thing about it. When you're moving forward in truth, there's no death. It's just transition. And then, like, anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. Yeah, like, I don't know what the word is. I'd have to, but like in The Way of the Wizard, well, I said this the other day, The Way of the Wizard is the most, other than like scripture, like when we talk about like, so what they call the Bible is important to me, but The Way of the Wizard was more important to me than anything. Like, it makes more sense to me than anything I've ever read, other than like, well, the 4 agreements, the 5th agreement. This is really cool. I might start this over. Matter of fact, would anybody like me to read from this? I did a whole series of this. It was living a life of awareness, and I'm just going to roll with it. Check this out. Letting go of perfection. My father said to me, Miguel, you understand that you are perfect just the way you are? You will see that everything is perfect just the way it is. But it's not easy to just wake up one day, say you're perfect, and actually believe it. Making such a dramatic change in perspective requires desire and commitment. First, you leave behind any false ideals of perfection. You release your attachment to what you believe it means to be the perfect you. And you stop judging yourself for not meeting your own expectations, accepting yourself for who you are at this very moment. You begin by learning to love yourself and giving gratitude every morning for being alive. And to put this in practice, it says, see, this is how the book's set up. So in practice, stop whatever you are doing right now and take this moment to love and honor yourself. You're perfect the way you are because you're alive in this moment. And that's Don Miguel Sr.'s son. He wrote this book. So Don Miguel Ruiz wrote the 4 agreements, the 5th agreement, and a bunch of books. This book is living a life of awareness, daily meditation, daily meditations on the Toltec path. I practice. I mean, I'm in tight with the Big Kahuna, and I refer to what we call God as Big Kahuna, the Creator. But I'm in with it. I'm tight with it, and I'm saying I'm not tight with any concept of God. I'm tight with what it really is. So when I know that certain texts and things are true, and it's speaking loudly to me, I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna practice it. The Four Agreements. I found out. If you've never heard of Carlos Castaneda in the 60s, he went down to Mexico. He was an anthropology student, and he studied under a guy that was a Toltec sorcerer. And the guy pretty much rocked dude's world, because the guy went down to Mexico trying to learn about psychedelic plants and what their medicinal purpose would be. And man, it's like... So it was that kind of complicated. The series of books was a lot of documentation of some strange stuff. Most people think it's a lot of bullshit and that it's not real, that it never happened. But I think it did. And I know it did. Actually, I don't just think it. But skip to the chase. So many years later in the library one day, I found the Four Agreements. And when I opened it up, when I seen something called a Toltec wisdom book and I knew about the Toltecs already, I was blown away, because the Four Agreements simplified everything that I digested through all the Carlos Castaneda books. So you come to the forefront. I stole the Four Agreements from that library in Murfreesboro, Tennessee years ago. Now, I don't have that original copy that I took, which I shouldn't have. I was young and naive. I thought I need this book. Well, I could have checked it out, I didn't have to take it. That's not right. Like, other people needed to find that book too. The Four Agreements are real simple, but there's really 5. Let's say the Four Agreements. The first one is be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean what you say. Number 2, don't take anything personally, even the good compliments, because anything someone is directing at you is really about themselves. Think about that. It's true. Even if I'm complimenting you, there's still something about me that I'm actually referring to. If I'm talking down to you, then there's something that I'm not happy with in myself, and that's why it's coming out. I'm being negative to you. So when we don't take things personally, now that's a hard one. That's a freaking hard one. The third one, don't make assumptions. And we know what an assumption can do. It can make an ass out of you and me. But when we assume things, we create these scenarios in our heads that are all like, you know what I mean? Like, I can assume that person that just looked at me doesn't like me because some weird glance. Well, more than likely, some stranger that is staring mean mugging me, or what I think's mean mugging, probably ain't even looking at me. The fourth agreement, always do your best. And when you practice, that's the most important agreement, he says in the book, The Four Agreements. Because when you practice these and you're doing your best every single day, no matter what day it is, and you've put your best forward, then you've done enough. Because your best will change from day to day. If you're sick one day, your best ain't as good as it was yesterday when you weren't sick. And then years later, about 10 years later, the fifth agreement came out. And he said he didn't put out the fifth agreement with the four agreements. He needed everybody to digest the four agreements. This is knowledge that's been passed down from like 3,000 years ago down in South America. Well, like somewhere in South America. The Toltecs weren't a race of people. They were a collective of artists, scientists, and people that learned that we're living in a dream. We live in a collective dream and we live in an individual dream. And each person that lives individually in hell helps to create the collective dream of hell that is our reality right now. But as each person learns to manifest heaven in their life, it slowly starts changing, and we're far from fully been embracing the here and now as heaven, as a race of people. There's a lot of work still to go. But as each person becomes aware that you have the ability to change your life, you have the ability to speak forth truth. No matter where, like the Four Agreements ain't a religion. It's common sense stuff. Like, if I'm a real person, then when I say something, I should stick to my word. I don't want to come on here and be like putting on a front. I never want to do that, you know? Maybe there's some things that nobody knows about in my life, but pretty much, like, if someone asks me a question, I'll give a straight up answer. You might not get all the details, but you'll get a freaking answer. And it'll be an honest answer, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, Gnostic philosophy is almost this. Yeah, well, you could say what the Toltecs learned was Toltec means artist of life. You're painting your life as you go. You're writing your story. You're the co-creator of this story. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have the ability to create, and that's magnificent. Yeah, the Gnostics are very, very, very in tune, I think. A lot more people should know more about that. But, you know, they try to tell people not to look anything other than what they tell them. And that's all a control tactic. It's to keep you away from the real source. Because if you tap into the real source, everybody else's bullshit goes away. It does. Trust me on that. I mean, I still see it. I see it every day, but you know what I mean? Here's another one, quieting the mind. In the Toltec tradition, we have a concept we call mitote. It's spelled M-I-T-O-T-E, which represents the 1,000 voices that occupy the mind. 1,000 voices going on in the mind. All of which are vying for your attention. Every voice you're hearing is trying to get your attention. Some narrators may speak from distortion, while others may speak from truth. The loudest ones usually manifest in the form of an attachment. Reason helps us tell the difference between the two. But if we become attached, it can be difficult to distinguish the truthful voices and the distorted ones. Yes, I will. I will do that. I'll share a link or something even if you want. Okay? I'll share something in the community, but I'll also share. I'll email you something. I'll figure it out. Just give me a little while. It might be a day or two, but I'll get it. Let me finish this, okay? Gideon, where was I at? Some narrators may speak from distortion, while others may speak from truth. The loudest ones usually manifest in the form of an attachment. Reason helps us tell the difference between the two. Reason. But if we become attached, it can be difficult to distinguish the truthful voices from the distorted ones, depending on which narrator we are attached to. We will perceive the world through their narration, thus creating our world in their image. In other words, don't create your world in my image and what I'm narrating. Narrate for yourself. Write your story while I'm writing mine. We can co-collaborate and create this whole... It's about changing the dream of the planet. See, the collective dream is in hell. The mass majority of people are in their head are stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. They don't know how to get out of there. Some people refer to it as the Matrix. But you get what I mean? Like, let's finish this. With awareness, we realize there is a deep silence that exists behind all of those voices, in that space between thoughts. One way to quiet the mind is to listen to that silence. If we look at our reflection into our eyes, we will see what lies beyond them. We will see the truth. There is no need to chase love because we are love. Turn off the volume on your narrators, the voice of our knowledge, and simply engage in the present moment. This moment. The one we're sharing. It's the only moment that matters in this entire world. Whoever's watching right now. Whether you believe it or not, this is all we have. If this stream ends, I don't know what's going to happen from that point on. It is going to end, but I couldn't tell you what. Nothing's promised to us. Nothing. People don't, people just don't really. Hey, Jason, I'm glad you're still here. There is no need to chase love because we are love. Turn off the volume on your narrators, the voice of our knowledge, and simply engage the present. Release your attachment to what you expect to see so you can see beyond it. At that point, the true image of love will appear. There's nothing in this trailer. There ain't nothing in this physical world that I'm attached to. Trust me on that. I mean, I'd hate to lose some of this stuff, but it's not mine in the first place. None of it is. All these people talking about, the New World Order is trying to, you own nothing and you'll be happy. Well, fuck, I don't own anything anyway. So piss off. You ain't going to control me by thinking you're going to manipulate and take away ownership of anything. The one thing I own is my own self. I am me. And I'll always be. I'll always be. And when I say I'm speaking under the capital I. There's a capital I within us. There's a light. There's a little candle. It could be a little candle. It could be a big candle. But there's a candle inside you. And it's lit. And it wants to shine. It wants to shine. Bring that light out. Let's bring the light to the world by. What better mission could you ask for? There's too much darkness here in this world. So let's bring the light. Here, I'm going to read the practice, okay? I appreciate everybody being patient with me. Take the next few moments to quiet your mind by listening to the silence deep within you. When the mind is quiet, see yourself and others as pure love. So as I am looking into this camera and you're looking back at me right now in this moment, we are connecting. And if you're not looking and you're hearing me, you're hearing the connection. You get, I'm extending the pure love that is me unto you, that is the pure love that is you, and you're extending it back to me. And together we are one. Unity consciousness. You can call it Christ consciousness, God consciousness, whatever. But that's what moves life. You can't, they are trying to invent technology to capture the soul. I'll tell you that much. Literally. If you think I'm bullshitting, just go do some research. I don't have to tell you anything, and I'm not going to. But you can research. You can find out. You won't find it directly. You just have to see what they're all trying to work on. The cloning, everything. They think they can capture the spirit of a person right at the moment of death, and they're wanting to use that as energy. My morning's going pretty good. I didn't know I was going to get this deep. This live stream's been definitely deep. And you can ask the other people. I'm so blessed to have the attention of anybody today. Chris, welcome. Everybody say hi to Chris if you can. He's been, you've been here in several lives. I was reading from Living a Life of Awareness, Daily Meditations on the Toltec Path. My stomach's kind of a little queasy, so. Thank y'all guys for being friendly and stuff. That's what I like, hold on a minute, guys. Oh. This heat is done. I got to get an air conditioner in my room, man. I mean, as long as the grid's still up, I got power and until the grid shuts down. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to condition myself to be. What people need to realize is they better start learning how to be tough. Because when it does all fall apart, ain't nobody gonna have running water. Ain't nobody gonna have electric. There ain't nobody going to be able to even hardly, what gas is in your car, once it's gone, if there ain't no electric, you ain't going to be able to pump it out of the ground, even at a gas station. The shit won't work. It's all damn mechanicalized and electronic and I did, oh, you're waking and baking? Chris, can I, well, I don't want to make this, I have done stated this earlier before you showed up, Chris. I was saying if anybody has the means to help me today, I would appreciate it. If somebody wanted to help me, they could send, whether it be $1 or $2 or 50 cents, I have a Cash App and a PayPal. I have almost $10 myself, so I'm not broke. And if I don't get another dime today, I will be fine. But anyway, I don't want to, because I don't know how to put it in the chat now. And I'm not going to mess up this live stream by trying to figure that out. Now, I had figured it out, when I was going live, I should have went in and typed what I wanted in the chat, and I didn't. And so, because it's Monday, and I'm anticipating that I may get my actual income on Friday. Let's hope it does. But if it don't, I'll survive. I'll go hold my sign and all that. So. But yeah, I had all I had left from yesterday, smoke wise, was about that much of one of the things I bought, and I put it in my pipe and hit it. But also, Chris, I laid out and under the stars last night, man. I'm gonna start doing that more. Greycloud's back in his prime. I'm back in gear. It's a definitely. I'm gonna have to get in water here soon. I haven't been in an actual body of water in almost 5 years, literally, and I need to be engulfed in water. I have to have some rebirth. The best time to get in water for me is in the middle of the fucking winter. Jason, do you know what I'm talking about? Like Norway? Come on now, you from a cold place. Yeah, I know, man. Like, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not smoking weed just to forget about shit. It does enhance me. It does help me. Certain weed helps me mellow out. Some helps me think and be creative. You know, I usually go with sativa or hybrid. Like, I got enough right now but I need other things other than just a damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a few bucks short from getting maybe a 2-pack, but I have enough to get one, and I can smoke that. But I also need to get a few other things. Like I need some bleach. I want to get some bleach and some cleaning supplies. I need to do some heavy sanitation here, you know. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to do this, and then anybody that helps me will be... If you help me out, I will make sure you're compensated somehow. Just, I hope you... I'm just being real. You'll either, if you help me out, I'll send you something if you want. Let's see. Can you see this? Hold on. I don't know if that's legible. Hold on a minute. Can anybody see this? Is it backwards to y'all? It's backwards to me. I don't know. How would I do this? So, Greycloudyday with a 73 at the end of it. And you got to spell gray with an E, not an A. And that would be... So, the cash sign is like for Cash App. Then it's capital G, R... It's just a capital G and then all lowercase. REYCLOUDY Greycloudyday, and then 73. Even just, I mean, you know, like Keisha sent me $3 the other day, and that was something that I had when I woke up. Like, I was able to put that on my card and be like, that was like, you know. And when I say reciprocated, I will reciprocate it back, whether it be you want me to make a specific video about something, you want me to whatever. But like, you have options here. Like, I can. Matter of fact, you guys, this Toltec book, I think that it's time for me to re-explore this and share this with the new community. When I shared this on the channel, you can go back in the history. I don't have it all organized yet as a playlist. Oh, Jason, I get what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Because you're in the cold, like if y'all have like somewhat of a summer, it's not like our summer. Like probably 9 or 10 months out of the year, y'all are pretty damn cold, right? I mean, I could be wrong. It depends on where you're living in Norway, right? Because some people from Norway have told me certain areas ain't all just cold all the time. You know, like, I don't know. Don't we call Norway? Isn't Norway considered like Scandinavian also? Like, kind of. Do you listen to any what bands do you listen to, Jason? Do you listen to any like? Well, actually, you know, like, I don't know. I like the type of black metal that's not like talking about Satan and stuff, like, but it's black metal. It's just the atmosphere is what it is. Oh, you're in Cali? You're a Led Zeppelin fan. Cool. I'm a Black Sabbath fan, you know. I mean, Led Zeppelin's all right, but Black Sabbath is it for me. And then anything influenced by Black Sabbath. Ozzy or Dio. I love Ronnie James Dio too. Well, God bless his soul, but you know. Has anybody ever heard that song Rainbows Never Die? That's a beautiful song. It's not metal or anything. It's just like a really good song. It's about, I'm an old man now. Like, I'm like, oh, Bob Dylan, yeah, we got it, you know. Yeah, you know, like, definitely Bob Dylan, yeah. You know, it kind of depends on but most, I don't think I've ever heard anything by Bob Dylan that wasn't good. Because he's like really performing from the heart. I have an old friend that lives in Mississippi. Her name is Bronwyn Brent, and she's a good folk singer. If you want, you can look her up on YouTube and find some of her music and stuff. I don't think she's put anything out in a while, but phenomenal, I think. I remember the last time I ever seen her like in person was back in, I think, 99. I went and spent a week with her, and then we went out. Before I left to go to New Orleans, we were at a party, and she played the guitar and sang, and I didn't know she could. You know, I'd been in bands and stuff, and yeah, Bob Dylan's a great songwriter, definitely. And guys, you know, like just because I was mentioning like if you, I'm just throwing it out there. If you can help out, I was just saying, I appreciate it, but. And I've been saying this, I've said this 3 or 4 times. Helping out means just being here. Like you being here right now, you're helping me. Acid trip once, bro. And what? Yeah, you know, like, I tell you, I was tripping on, man, I was tripping balls on like, it was a mixture of Morning Glories and like probably some Robitussin at the time. And yeah, Robitussin. I did a lot of Robitussin. But Morning Glory seeds is very similar to LSD. It's LSA. So like I was at this girl's house. This was like years ago, man. My mom was still alive and everything. And I was like, I told them, like, they didn't know who they was fucking with, man. I wasn't Grey Cloud yet, but I was a wizard. I knew I was a wizard and everything. I'm like, look, I was like, I can talk to and everything. And I did this thing, like, and I said, who you want to talk to? And the girl said, well, see if you can get Jim Morrison around. And so, like, I do my thing and everything. And I shit you not, man, like 5 minutes after I did what I did, somebody shows up and they go and hit play on a fucking tape. And it was like The Doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. It was like that song. It was a whole Doors tape. And that night went pretty weird. Like it was like it was one of the first times like I had really knew that the presence of somebody like, you know what I mean? I know like my family's presence and stuff. I know when mom's here, like stronger, like she's here right now, my mom in the ether. Sarah Boylan, Granny Luna Lemming was here last night. Like she was shining bright in the sky. My Granny Luna was a very wise woman. Luna taught me, I was like about 4 years old, and look, my granny said, boy, if you don't learn something new every day, you might as well be 6 feet in the ground. I'm at 4 years old, man. I knew what death was. I'm like, what? Huh? It wasn't until years later I understand. If I'm not learning and constantly expanding and willing to learn, then what's life worth? Nothing. If I think I know it all, I probably don't know shit. It's just like all these people out here trying to tell you about God and stuff. They want you to buy a bunch of bullshit. But then, you know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with a person trying to figure out and looking at everything before they make a decision on what the freaking hell they know to be true or not? Like, too many people in this world don't question stuff. They just go with it. Whatever you were taught and programmed in, you just, you know. Yeah, you know, it's like music. All through my day, usually, I'm either got now that I got this badass stereo and stuff that we did a trade on. Like I had a gaming chair that I didn't pay nothing for, but dude was gonna give me $20. And yesterday he was home and he was like, "I'm gonna give you you want to trade? I'll give you this badass stereo that I don't use." And I was like, "Well, it's old, ain't it? And it's Bluetooth and everything." I was jamming out this morning. I was jamming out to some heavy metal, some hip hop, some folk, all kind. My range of music is like if you want to talk about a spectrum, musical taste for me is on a wide range of. It depends on my mood and just whatever, you know. I do need to end the live stream because my body's telling me I gotta go. I gotta go crap, and I'm not gonna. You know, the other day I was gonna start a live, and then if I had to shit, I was just gonna take the phone with me, and you guys would just have to see me on the toilet. But I don't like you wouldn't see me on the toilet, and you wouldn't see anything. I'd be just sitting here like, but I'm not gonna do that because this channel ain't about all that, and there's no point in it, really. Unless I'm just trying to, like, get shits and giggles, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, Wu-Tang? Definitely Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Yes, yes, sir. Too much information, Grey Cloud. Yes, I know. I can hold on a few more minutes. I'll pinch it off. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you being here. I am so honored that you came, that I was able to show or share with what we're going to do is I'll start figuring out. I think it's time to re-explore this book for myself and to share because the channel has grown. When I did that book a couple of years ago on the channel, I wasn't even at 100 subscribers, I don't think. Yeah, you too, Gideon. And Chris out in Cali, have a good one. Jason, if you're still here, I want you to have a good day. Or not. You're probably at nighttime, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what time it is in Norway. So I'm just making sure that I've shouted out and said bye to everybody before I end this. And so if Jason's still here, thanks for being here. That is killer. Gideon, I see. Chris, I see for sure. And then Adele, I don't know if Adele left, but she may have. You know, she said the quality of the video is all. You know, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, I better go shit. I'll see you later.